The Universal Championship was introduced following the 2016 WWE Draft, the first time in the WWE since 2011 that the draft had been brought back to programming, splitting up the rosters between Monday Night Raw and now Tuesday night's SmackDown Live, with Stephanie McMahon and Mick Foley running Raw, while Shane McMahon and the now retired, or at the time retired I should say, Daniel Bryan ran the Blue brand. Following the 2016 draft, Raw was in need of a world championship after the WWE champion and one-third of the Shield in Dean Ambrose was drafted over to Tuesday nights, being SmackDown's world champion. Mick Foley and Stephanie McMahon decided to create a Universal Championship. However, although the design of the championship was lackluster to say the least, with pretty much the exact replica and copy of paste of the WWE Championship with a red strap, the way that the title was crowning its first champion or first title holder was very interesting. Coming over to Raw in the draft for this year was the former NXT champion in Finn Balor. And although everybody was excited to see how the former Prince Devitt would fare on the main roster, I don't think anybody was expecting him to challenge for the Universal Championship after his first or second night on the main roster. 2 triple threat matches were made to determine who would battle each other to challenge the man who already got a bye to SummerSlam 2016 and another member of the Shield in Seth Rollins. It would be Finn Balor who came out victorious in the first triple threat match, challenging the winner of the second match in Roman Reigns. Everybody jumped to the foregone conclusion expecting Rollins versus Reigns to main event SummerSlam after the events of Money in the Bank from this year. However, that was not the case. Finn Balor would go on to challenge Roman Reigns, who won the second triple threat match, and come out victorious, pinning Reigns clean. This showed us that 2016 WWE Raw was going to usher in a new era for World Wrestling Entertainment. And SmackDown Live was going to do the same thing. Finn Balor defeated Roman Reigns and moved on to SummerSlam to challenge Seth Rollins. And although he did get the chance to become the inaugural Universal Champion, nobody expected him to actually beat Seth Rollins. However, it wasn't Finn Balor the man who challenged Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. It was the Demon, or the Demon King, in Finn Balor, who would go on to SummerSlam and defeat Seth Rollins to become the first ever WWE Universal Champion, ushering in a new championship to Monday Night Raw, making history and crafting or forging into the new era that WWE was now going to follow through for the remaining years. Unfortunately, the reign of Finn Balor as the Universal Champion didn't even last a full 24 hours as he was injured during his title match with Rollins, after a variation of the buckle bomb to the outside barricade destroyed the shoulder of the Demon King. Balor would come out the following night on Monday Night Raw and relinquish the championship, and we wouldn't see him back for over a year's time. The championship would now become vacant after only having a champion for one day. And then a fatal 4-way would determine who would become the second ever Universal Champion. Between 4 men: Big Cass, formerly part of Enzo and Cass, Seth Rollins, the man who Balor defeated, Roman Reigns, and Kevin Owens. And to the shock of many individuals, it would be Triple H who pedigreed Seth Rollins, allowing for Kevin Owens to crawl into the cover and become the second ever Universal Champion. I think everybody wanted Owens to win, but nobody expected it. This just furthering the statement that 2016 Raw was different than any other year, and it was building and crafting its pillars based on the future of the company. Kevin Owens would now be the Universal Champion, and he would have the title for over 100 days. 188 days to be exact. He would defeat the likes of Seth Rollins, Braun Strowman, and Roman Reigns throughout his Universal title reign. And although it wasn't the best run, it was more the way that the run ended that pissed off fans than the actual run itself. Because it wouldn't be a full-time superstar who would defeat the likes of Kevin Owens for the championship. It wouldn't be a Sami Zayn. It wouldn't be a Seth Rollins. It wouldn't be a Braun Strowman. It would be the returning Bill Goldberg, who would defeat Owens at Fastlane 2017 heading into WrestleMania. And he wouldn't just defeat Kevin Owens, he would end the title reign of Owens in just under 25 seconds with a 22-second title-winning performance heading into WrestleMania to face off with a former foe in the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar. Many were expecting the iconic Festival of Friendship between the teammates at the time and Kevin Owens and the man who created the list and Chris Jericho to be the Universal Championship match for WrestleMania, with Jericho potentially getting another world title in World Wrestling Entertainment. However, the ending to Kevin Owens' title run left fans with a sour taste in their mouth for a multitude of reasons, but the icing and cherry on top of the cupcake was the fact that, yes, we did get Owens versus Jericho at WrestleMania 33, but Owens had to lose his title as a casualty for the match to occur. And although the match was a solid performance, having the Universal Championship on top of that feud would have made it that much more important. Goldberg versus Lesnar for the Universal Championship at WrestleMania 33 had fans worried for a multitude of reasons, but at the core, the worry came from the fact that their first clash at WrestleMania 20 was far from impressive due to the fact that both men would be leaving World Wrestling Entertainment following the conclusion to the grandest stage of them all and the Showcase of the Immortals in 2004. But Goldberg and Lesnar were able to deliver one of the most entertaining matches at WrestleMania 33 in just under 5 minutes. After a multitude of spears, jackhammers, F5s, and a spear through the barricade on the outside of the ring, Goldberg's Universal Championship run came to an end after a final F5 put the nail in the coffin and crowned Brock Lesnar the new Universal Champion. And Lesnar's championship run would be one of the longest in the history of the modern era of professional wrestling, coming in at 504 days in total. It wasn't impressive due to the amount of casualties he had on his list of reclaiming the championship, but Lesnar's run in and of itself could be a whole video on its own. So we're not going to cover Brock Lesnar's Universal title run, but this covers just about everything that happened up until the Beast Incarnate claiming the championship during its inaugural run in the WWE. I hope you enjoyed this video discussing the first year of the Universal Championship, and if you'd like to see more like it, give me some suggestions on videos you'd like to see in the comments section below. I'm your host, Double M, and this has been the first year of the Universal Championship in the WWE. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit a 5-star frog splash on the notification bell so you don't miss any uploads from the premier mixed martial arts and pro wrestling channel on YouTube.